All right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're here to talk about college and professional football. Why? Well, because that's what the fuck. Here we go. Never mind. Here we go. So apparently Michigan is a state where everybody underestimates us. Fuck, dude. This internet connection, I'm telling you, is horrific. But Lions are playing the Cowboys this weekend, tomorrow night at 8:15, 8:20 at night. And then the Michigan Wolverines, after the new year, are playing Alabama. I don't understand why Michigan teams are so underestimated and underlooked at in terms of a big game like this. Like, every time you see Michigan-related teams versus a good team, when they're good themselves, considered to be the best team in the whole college playoffs, like, no, they're not going to win. Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't understand this. Like, Lions 11-4, Cowboys 10-5. Cowboys are at home. They played very well at home. I will give them that credit. But it's a primetime game, and if you look at the statistics, the Lions are 4-0 in primetime this year. I don't know about the Cowboys, but everybody's picking against the Lions just because it's in Dallas. I don't understand why. Everybody's picking Dallas because they don't believe in Detroit and they don't believe in the Lions. What has the last couple weeks taught us as Lions fans? We beat Denver. They were a surging team looking to go to the playoffs. We beat them, and we basically diminished their chances of the playoffs by completely crushing their team. So now they are benching their quarterback, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. We did that, basically. Well, the Patriots, too. But, and then you got the Wolverines. Literally, they are the best, arguably the best, college football team in the entire fucking teams of college out of the 250-some teams. And you're telling me that Alabama is going to beat Michigan? Okay, first of all, let me just sit here and say this. Alabama has had a lot of good games this season. They've had a lot of success. They won 11 games. Shit. They beat Georgia. Good on them. But here's where I have an issue with the whole Michigan-Georgia thing, or Michigan-Alabama thing. Alabama's wins have not been impressive. Because usually they kick the absolute shit out of everyone they play. And they always have a Hall of Fame quarterback or a really good quarterback that goes to the NFL that becomes decent. That's just their thing. They know how to make good quarterbacks. This year they had to go at least through 2 quarterbacks to get to those 11 wins. You know why? Because their offense is atrocious to the eyes of anybody who watches them. Because that's how bad their offense is. They're putting up maybe at most 20 to 30 points a game. And that's being generous. They're putting up 20 to 30 points a game. Against Georgia, they didn't even put up 30 points against Georgia. They only put up like 28. And you're telling me a team like Alabama, who's put up 28 against Georgia, is going to put up more against Michigan, whose Michigan has put up at least 40 to 50 points every single game in all of their wins. No, that's not how it works. You know what, you SEC fans, you can sit there all you want and say, oh, we're the top dogs of the college playoffs. We're the top dogs of college sports. We are that. We are all of that. Cool. It's cool. But Are you so delusional to think you're going to win against one of the best teams in the country? What do you have against Michigan? What has Michigan ever done to you? You've beat Michigan and Michigan State the last 5 to 10 years in the playoffs and in the bowl games. What the fuck? Why can't we have a chance at beating you? Why do we have to always lose to you? I don't understand it. It's the same thing with the Lions, with the Cowboys. Like, why do the Lions always have to lose to the Cowboys? Why can't we, for a change, beat you once? Why is it every time the Lions play the Cowboys, oh, Cowboys going to win? No matter where it's played. Like, Cowboys going to win. Is that really how badly you look on the Detroit Lions? Is that really how low of them you think? See, I'm a pessimistic Lions fan. I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't think we would have won these last 2 games, honestly. I thought we were going to fuck up the whole division, and we were going to give it up to the Vikings. But you know what? The Lions proved me wrong. They beat the fucking Broncos in Detroit, big time, and they went into Minnesota and won the division. And as a Lions fan, I can't help but feel pride in my team. I'm happy for them. And here's the thing. Dallas, sure, they're fighting for something. But, okay, let me be honest with you, Dallas fans. What do you honestly think you're going to gain from beating us? Nothing. You're not going to gain anything. This is literally like last season in a nutshell. You have nothing to gain from this. You're not going to win the division. Plain and simple. You're just not going to win it. Eagles have to play the Cardinals and the Giants, both of which they'll beat. So that will put them at 13-4. You're 10-5. So even if you win out, you're not changing your playoff chances at all. You are literally winning just for the hell of it. It doesn't change anything. You're not going to move down to 6 or 7 or lose your playoff spot. You're not going to go up and win the division. Because, dude, yes, the Eagles are struggling right now, but there's no way in hell they're going to lose to 2 of the worst teams in the NFC. It's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. Those are literally, well, that Washington, who's, there's something else too, and the Panthers. Those are the only 2 teams that are worse, probably, than the 2 teams they're facing. There's just no way the Eagles are going to lose to the Giants and Cardinals. It's just not going to happen. So, without that being said, what do you really have to fight for, except for the 5th seed? Who are you going to probably play? Tampa Bay in Tampa. Who's to say you don't lose that game? You don't play well on the road. So, you're already locked up that 5th seed, sure. If worst comes to worst, you have the 5th seed. There's no way you're not going to get out of the 5th seed, because you're at least going to probably beat the Commanders in the last week of the season. You have that guaranteed. If you don't beat the Commanders, then, well, honestly, I don't think you deserve the playoffs. If you lose 4 straight going to the playoffs, you don't deserve the playoffs. But you will beat the Commanders, most likely. So, there's that. There's that aspect of that. So, the Lions, on the other hand, though, they have the 2nd seed and the 1st seed they're fighting for. Because we don't get the 2nd seed if we don't beat you. Like I said, the Eagles are not going to lose 2 of their games. That's just not going to happen. So, we have to fight for that 2nd seed. And I'm telling you right now, Dan Campbell is not just satisfied with the 3rd seed. He knows we can still get the 1st seed and the 2nd seed. If worst comes to worst, if we don't get the 1st seed, we get at least the 2nd seed. He's not going to just lay down and die. That's just what it is. Dan Campbell's not that kind of guy. He's not going to just lay down and die. He will go into Dallas, and he will give it his all. And I think with our run game, we can beat Dallas. That's just, I feel that. I feel it in my heart. And then, San Fran, we need them losing one more game to get the first seed. So they played the Commanders and the Rams. The Rams can easily beat them. The Rams are on fire right now. They have been playing excellent football. If the Rams upset the 49ers and we went out, we get the first seed. We have so much to play for right now. Dan Campbell knows that. He's not satisfied with just the division title. Yes, it's a great accomplishment, and it's something we haven't done in over 30 years. But he's not satisfied with that. He wants more. He wants the second seed. He wants the first seed. He wants to get that home playoff advantage in the playoffs. He's not going to give up. He's not just going to lay down and die. The same thing with Michigan. They're not going to lay down and die either. Wolverines are going to fucking fight, and they're going to put it all their heart against Alabama. So, I mean, both Michigan and Detroit have a lot to play for. And this honestly could be the year where Michigan and Detroit do something spectacular that we haven't seen before. Michigan could win a college football championship. Detroit could potentially go to the Super Bowl. It could be a interesting year in Michigan sports. I mean, why not? Hell, we could even get a Detroit Lions Cleveland Browns Super Bowl. Imagine that. Imagine that shit. That'd be fun. I think it'd be fun, personally. I just don't get why people are underestimating the Lions and the Wolverines. I'm a Lions fan. I'm not going to say we're going to win, but I think with how people are talking down about us in both aspects of college and NFL, people are really underlooking us in terms of threat. So, people are always saying, like, Lions went into the season to want to win their first playoff game. That was their goal, to win the division for the first time and to win their first playoff game in over 30 years also. You can't win your first playoff game if you don't beat a team that's worthy of being in the playoffs. Dallas is a team that's already in the playoffs. This is a team that is going to the playoffs. If we can't beat Dallas in their home territory, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs, in my opinion. We don't deserve it. We can't let Dallas beat us. This is not the same old Lions. This is the new Detroit Lions. And I am giving it my all in 100% that we will find a way to shock the world. I'm tired of people counting us out. I'm tired of people hating on us. I'm tired of people just saying we're little brother. We're not going to do it. We're not going to win. We're gonna embarrass ourselves. The refs are going to fuck us over. We're going to get screwed over by some kind of malevolent entity. And it's... Oh, son of a bitch. I just hit the wrong button. I'm just tired of the narrative that goes with that. I want, as a Lions fan, for the Detroit Lions... Because I've been following the Detroit Lions for a long, long time. And with Sheila Ford, Brad Holmes, Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, this whole staff, like, I've been looking for that change that's going to make an impact on whether or not we are going to go into the playoffs strong or cowardly. And most of the time it's been, we're just limping into the playoffs. We're not really trying, or we're not really going out there and proving it. We're just kind of getting ourselves there, and that's it. Hoping for other teams to bail us out. That is done. And Dan Campbell is done with that mentality of, like, we want everybody else to help us get there. It's not anybody else's job anymore. It's our job. It's our job to go out there and do it. Okay, I'm sorry, this took a lot longer than I thought it would. It's not anybody else's job. It's our job. It's our job to go out there and prove it. It's our job to go out there and win. It's our job to tell the haters, go sit back in your corner and cry. Because this is the new Detroit Lions team. This is the new Lions. We're not going to sit there and let people run all over us like we used to. This is not the same old Lions. This is the new Detroit Lions. Fucking everybody better get on board with that shit. Because I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of the hate. I'm tired of everything that comes with it. I'm tired that we are looked down upon just because we have a bad history. Shit, history could change. History could be rewritten. Just because we've never been to the Super Bowl doesn't mean we can ever go to a Super Bowl. Why not us? Why not us? Why not us? This is what I say. I'm going to tell you right now. If the Lions win on Saturday, I'm not gonna guarantee it, but I'm gonna say if, I will be here Monday morning, or even earlier, and I will tell all those haters that doubted us and that said we couldn't do it, go fucking rot in their hole or to wish they came. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Everybody have a good night. I will upload this shit because it deserves to be said. Go Wolverines. Go Lions. Michigan teams, go out there and win it. College teams, professional teams, high school teams, all the teams, go out there and win. Prove that Michigan is a state that will not be trifled with. Peace out. Go Lions. Go Wolverines. Go everybody in Michigan. See you guys later. Shit.